tonight I want to talk about finding five low competition niches. I put a poll in my Facebook group, which there's a link to in the description of all my videos. If you guys didn't know, there's a Facebook group. There's about 2,000 of you in there, which is amazing. Crazy how many people are in there. Post questions. I tend to try and reply to all the posts at least once a day or every other day. And a lot of other people are happy to jump in and answer questions. So make sure you check out that group down there in the description. Anyways, so I wanted to find five. I posted a poll basically asking what video people wanted tonight, and one of the options was finding 5 low competition niches. And one of the caveats there was that it had to have less than 100 sales or less than 100 listings and something with sales in it. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully this won't be a real long video, but we'll see what's going to happen. All right, so here we go, looking on at Productor. Today 3 sales. And it is what it is there. So first thing I was thinking about for doing some research was, you know, what were some big things that sold really well over the last couple of years? What are some of the big viral things? And one of them was the Eclipse shirt. So it made me think of 2020. There's a website. What is it? Sea Sky. That's it. Sea Sky. Guy.com or .org. That's it. Oh, smashing the camera around there. Let's see here. Hello, Ian. How you doing? And Poppin asked in the video last night. Asked how do I do niches for shirts that sell on TeePublic? I just wanted to answer that question. Same way I do for Merch by Amazon. Pretty much I use my Merch by Amazon listings and put them on TeePublic, and some different things sell on different platforms. Different platforms are going to perform differently. So yeah, less than 100. I'm not sure if that was a smart idea, but I guess we'll see what's going to happen. All right, so let's take a look here. And it was search phrases, so it may not be necessarily a entirely niche, but a search phrase that can generate a low competition. We'll see what we're going to find. All right, so I like Sea Sky because it's got a pretty cool calendar here. Let me see if I can find, where did it was there just a little bit ago. There it is. Celestial Events Astronomy Calendar 2020. And I'll even dump this link in the description in the chat right there for you guys. So let's take a look here. So I was thinking about eclipses earlier, and this is kind of what sparked this, and I kind of wanted to show this one. And I didn't verify it had sales yet, but look at this right here. So in December in 2017, it was a massive big seller for an eclipse. Granted, it was in the US, but in 2020, there's going to be another total solar eclipse. And, well, there's going to be a total solar eclipse in 2020. So the moon completely blocks out the sun, revealing the outer atmosphere known as the corona and doing all of that. So December 14th, 2020. And if I were to come over here, and I'm going to use Productor right here, and let's just start with Eclipse shirt. If I can spell right. And we'll just do standard t-shirt. All right, Eclipse shirt right now comes up with 165 results. So a lot of people have probably taken down their results here. October 21st, 2017. Eclipse 2017. Oregon 2017 Eclipse. So people niche down to where they went to and things like that. So lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, apocalypse. Still some of the 2017 eclipse shirts are up here. 2017 solar eclipse shirts people were targeting. But what if I do December 14th, 2020 eclipse shirt. That says 20 results. Yeah, that says 20 results. Now, it's in Argentina. So let's think about that. Amazon does ship anywhere. So right now, there's only a couple of search results out there. It's not going to be US. I don't think it's going to be as big, but I think there's some opportunity here. And were there any by sellers? Doesn't look like any have sold yet. So I didn't follow through on that. But I think that's a low competition niche that could be an opportunity this year. Check out space weather, things like that. Another thing I like to do is weird, obscure hobbies. You can see I've even searched for it before. Let's see here. Right here, the top thing listed, tree shaping. All right, let's take a look at that. Let me pull open merch here and do tree shaping. Five results. So tree shaping is art, no BSRs. Okay, but 5 search results. So does that mean there's no demand, or does that mean people haven't made the right, targeted the keywords well? But look at this one right here. This guy's not just targeting keywords, he's doing bonsai trees. So bonsai tree shirt, 924. Okay, well, let's do some playing with I haven't hit one yet. I found 2 low competition niches that I would probably upload into, but I haven't found them with sales yet, and I said I needed to find them with sales. So let's see what we can do. Oh, my browser's crashing. There we go. All right, let's kind of play with AMZ suggestion expander. So we can start with just kind of a root keyword. Funny. T-shirt. I know I am streaming. I'm going to stop the recording. So friend is still selling her 2017 Eclipse shirts. So people might be commemorating the event. You're not on that camera anymore. You're on that camera. I forgot. My computer is not handling streaming very well right now. I was doing a dual recording to save a copy of this, but I can't get my browser to react right now. Give me 1 second here, guys. Why is it? Producers may be having a little bit of a hard time here. So let's take a look at this here. 17 unusual hobbies. Let me see if I can get Amazon to. This Chrome extension over here, using, people ask me all the time, is Keywords Everywhere. It used to be free, but now it's a credit-based system. So like if I wanted to load this would cost 8 credits. And credits are like $10 buys you 100,000 credits. So if that's something you're looking for, Keywords Everywhere, it kind of just looks through all sorts of different weird hobbies. So like goal-oriented hobbies. So 20 productive hobbies that will make you smarter and happier. Cooking, hiking, painting, sculpture, writing, running, dancing, yoga, meditating, reading, playing video games, gardening, knitting, playing poker, acting. So what about that? How about theater shirt? Theater shirt for girls, theater shirt director. 482 results. Okay. Just theater shirt. What comes out here is theater shirt, theater. Oh, my computer hates me right now. And try and kill a few windows. Yeah, it's not free, but it's pretty cheap if you want to use the credits there. Theater shirt for kids. So we'll narrow that down to a youth shirt. I am struggling with my computer tonight. Too many extensions running, and this thing's being a horrible website. I'm gonna get off of that one. Okay, so back on to Amazon. So we were on theater, kids. All right, so that's not very low competition. If I can get this extension to start loading. What I like doing is you can start with kind of a root word shirt. Put a space before it. And part of my issue right now is Productor is trying to load 5 pages. Let me go back to only 1 page. So it quits trying to kill my browser. So you can load 5 pages of information with Productor, and it will load that information. And it can take a little while. Yep, it's hogging me down right now. I may need to kill it just to get the video out. It's usually not a big deal, but I am running, obviously, doing a few different things. So, Dwayne, good to see you. Ian, I like it when you guys chat in there, but this is going to end up being a really weird, long, awkward video. And it's not going to be very good. Oh, I appreciate you guys being here. So stuff like, okay. So, now Productor finally loaded. You can take a look at these suggested keywords. So what are some of the things that came up here? We started with theater shirt, but look at these other suggestions that people are putting in here. So theater is my sport. Sweatshirt. Literally came up with 1 result, and it's not even a sweatshirt. Okay, there are some in me. Theater is my sport. So it could start with, so we had theater, but what if we go to is my sport shirt? We're just going to start with that and see what's... All right, so 3,000 results, and it's got dance, choir, all sorts of things. So that's how you take a scalable phrase, and then you can start looking for options there. All right, so I like putting a space and then looking for, start typing. You can just put an A. And the only suggestion is theater, but you could... And here's an issue. So theater, most actors aren't going to spell it that way. That's a misspelling suggestion, and it goes to 299 results. And if we go to the correct spelling, which people are putting in the actual video here, or not in the video, but in the design, brought it down to 299. Okay. Well, less than 300 results. And let's see if that's really what it is by going to the 3rd page. 100 search results may not be something I can guarantee I can get 5 of. We found a few that were at low actual search results. Okay, so acting. All right, so since theater is my sport, it's already a suggestion. What are some other things we could say here? What could we mash this up with? Video games is my sport. That goes down to 215 results. And none of them actually say video games, but it's gaming is my sport, gaming is my sport, gaming is my sport. I pause my game to be here. Gaming is my sport, but none of them are very well optimized for targeting that as a search phrase. So that could be a way to break into the gaming niche. So you can start with video games at one point and go up a level. What happens if I put it in quotes? Is how many people are actually using video games is my sport? None. No one's actually using video games as my sport. So that's the way I thought of it and would think of it. But how about the gaming? How many does that come up? That's 37 results. So there's a couple of ways you could look at it there. Do it a little bit different. and you can come up with all sorts of other ways. I do, so those who, all right, so finally got these search results to load. Thank you, I appreciate that, Dwayne. David asked, do I do IT? I'm an electrical engineer that works for a railroad. Let me put it that way. That's what I do for a living. So no, not necessarily IT, more working in like industrial engineering, and that's all I'll really talk about on that. So no sales in here though, but I think gaming is my sport. I don't think any of these designs are really coming at it very well, and gaming may not be the best way to go. Video games is a unique way to come into it. Look at this one here. So people are putting in awesome gamers shirt. I wonder if that's any sort. Yeah, no, there's like no one searching for. Let's see here. Awesome t-shirt. I just put in awesome t-shirt. Let this load up a little bit. What sort of long tail search terms are we going to come up with on Productor? And you can use this to generate ideas here on Amazon. You can use the AMZ suggestion expander. We can even go back to more weird hobbies. Weird. It doesn't even have to be hobbies. Weird pets. How about this one here? Bearded dragons probably got quite a few. Capybara. How about a fennec fox? You know, a fox shirt might be fairly broad, but if you narrow down to a fennec fox, does that get even narrower? Let's look on here. Standard t-shirt. Fennec fox. Maybe. Fennec fox shirt. 592. So, but that's a way, think about that as a way of narrowing down. So those are all still fennec foxes. I like looking through this first page of results and seeing how well optimized the listings are. Is the keyword in the title? That's a big thing. In the brand, one of them or a related term is something how well are you going to be able to penetrate that first page? And that applies like when I'm doing research on YouTube. I look at, the target term that I'm looking to see what I could possibly rank for in search and how I can optimize my listing to do well. Like this looks pretty okay. So right down here at number 24, fox is my spirit animal, red, Arctic fennec, gray foxes. So they didn't exactly perfectly hit fennec fox, but the words were mixed in there. And it has a review, so that's why it's going to stay up there pretty. This is way more of a popular niche than I thought it was. Let's see. Funny, ugly, crazy sisters make the best aunts tea. So how about this? You can take this, flip it around. Brothers. Uncles. We went from crazy aunts make the best aunt, the crazy sisters make the best aunts. How does crazy brothers make the best uncles look? That brings it down to 232. And so the best brothers get promoted to uncle. World's okayest uncle. Uncle, the man, the myth. So on the first page, what is a suggested phrase for women and aunts isn't really being utilized for men. If it's being sold well in one niche, it usually can be ported over and combined into another. So the uncle niche is competitive, but this term can come up. And if you're hitting crazy, make the best, Now, you're going to have to trademark search a lot of these sort of things. You may show up in those aunt searches at first, and someone may be like, oh, I'm getting one for my sister. Maybe I'll get one for my brother. Or you can make both and recommend them as like a matching family brand name. Could be an option to go with. So let's see here. I've been live for 20 minutes. Anyone who's still watching has given up on actually finding 5 with exactly what I said at the beginning, but I think you guys get the idea. Do you just play with search results? You kind of mash up some niches. So I'm going to answer some of the questions for the people who are still in here. So David says, thanks for the shot of confidence. Dwayne, so is it better to create a design for less popular niches or popular ones? It depends. What's your strategy? For me, when I started Merch by Amazon, this was the mentality I took. I said, if I can figure out how to sell one shirt in 1 month, I can figure out how to sell 10 shirts in a month. 10 different products is how I phrased it. I wanted to sell one product initially, which I did. And then I wanted to have 10 different products sell. And then I wanted to have 100 different products sell in a month. And now I'm trying to get that to scale up to where I can consistently sell 100 products a month. Some months I dip down into the 90s of varied products. That's not just sales, that's having different products sell. So some people go for getting, a few really big sellers. I personally took the approach of I like finding low competition where a niche isn't being served and offering them something new and unique that maybe only sells once a month or twice a month. But if you can get 150, 250 shirts selling once or twice a month, now you're looking at 300-400 sales a month. And that's about kind of where I averaged last year, and I'm looking to see where I can expand that next year. So that's kind of my personal opinion on it. And that's kind of the way it goes. So, hey, Ryan Hogue, passive income. Thanks for the comments on the setup. All right, guys. I've been live for a little bit, and I like to leave these good for replays, so I'm going to call this one quits for the night. Make sure you watch the replay. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, turn on the notifications so you never miss when I go live, and I will try and see you guys tomorrow. I'm kind of feeling motivated to go for some daily streams for a little while here. As long as I can maintain the schedule, I plan on doing it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow if I can keep it up. Thanks, guys.